Hey, how's it going? Going live again today from the office, and it's a beautiful day. It's a great day. It's a Friday. It's a great day to talk about leadership, and talking about leadership simplified today. I wrote a blog post a couple days ago. It's something I've been thinking a lot about lately, and wanted to share my thoughts on it. Putting together a teaching. I'll have a webinar about it in the near future, sometime later this month. Um, but I've found that the best definitions of leadership are the simplest ones, right? John Maxwell is a great one. Leadership is influence. A coach, a very well-known TV guy here in DFW, that I've had the privilege of getting to connect with here in town, gave me a great definition, and he said leadership is knowing where you're going and getting people to go with you. And that's just simple, right? Knowing where you're going and getting people to go with you. And so I have a definition, or kind of more of the activities, because that's how my brain works, is really what activities do leaders engage in, and what do they have to do. And leaders know their self, they know their business, whatever your business is, whether it's a nonprofit or going into whatever you do every day, working for somebody, being an entrepreneur, whatever it is you do, you have to know that thing. And so leadership is knowing yourself, knowing your business, and knowing your people, and obviously making adjustments based on that. And today I just want to share a little bit out of this blog, and I'll have the blog post available to you in the comments here. But knowing yourself. So I wanted to kind of hone in on that, knowing yourself, and I had some questions on the blog that I wrote about knowing yourself. And the first thing, as you kind of go through that process of knowing yourself, we all know that Socrates said, know yourself, right? And so the idea is that we need to, as a leader, understand our strengths and our challenges. Whether you take an assessment or you ask people, great question to ask people, and this is what I tell my coaching clients, is go around and ask a few people around your life, ask them the question, what's it like to be on the other side of me? That's a great question. What's it like to be on the other side of me? Ask your spouse that question after they say something nice. Ask them to really tell you the truth. Ask your children that question. Ask the people that you work with that question. What's it like to be on the other side of me? What is it like to be on? Because I'm on this side of me. I understand what's going through my head. We often judge ourselves based on our intentions. But we judge others based on their actions. And so we've got to understand that even though our intention may have been good, our action may not have been good. And so that is how our behaviors is that's what people see. They don't understand our intention in our heart. So what are your strengths? What are you good at? Are you staying in those strength zones? Are you leveraging those strengths? Some leaders are great at communicating. Communicate more. Some people are really good at putting together the strategic plan and writing down and really thinking through and visualizing what it's going to take to get where you want to go. Make sure you stay in that strength zone. So we're talking about leadership simplified, knowing yourself, knowing your business, knowing your people. And I just want to talk about knowing yourself here today. But as you know yourself, I want to encourage you to recognize and understand your weaknesses, but work to minimize them. So if you take 6 months and work on one area, or you could take a full year and work on it. If you did that every year, we only have so many weaknesses, right? In a matter of 5 to 10 years, you could really do some heavy lifting and knock out a lot of the areas that you aren't good at. Minimize those weaknesses. I'll just tell you one for myself. Last year, my word for the year was focus. And I needed to focus more. I needed to really hone in. I can get shiny object syndrome, and things distract me. And so one thing that I did, this was just one decision I made in the area of focus, was I changed my office. I was in a co-office space where there were people that walked by me all the time. I like to engage with people, so when they would walk past my desk, I almost felt an obligation to connect with them, say, how you doing, what's going on? But that was really lowering my productivity. So I had to make a change, and I have a private office now. I'm here. I'm in it right now. I don't have people. Well, I have a window. Okay, so I can look out a window. I can go get my coffee, say hi to the people at the front desk, and interact in those ways. But I don't have this constant stream of people coming past me. I can really dig in and get done that deep work that can only be done when you really kind of focus in and work on it. So that's one way that I minimized my challenges. So you want to maximize your strength. You want to minimize those challenge areas. And then the last thing you got to do is you got to know your purpose. Know why you're here. What on earth am I here for? And in light of that, make decisions. Right? We want to make decisions in light of our purpose or our calling. That's the whole reason to have a goal or a purpose or a calling. It's not even necessarily to reach the goal. We want to reach goals, but the goal behind the goal is not to reach the goal. It's who you have to become to reach that goal. So what decisions do you have to make along the way if you're going to reach that goal? And let me check the time here, because I do want to keep it under 10 minutes for everybody. Okay, we got a couple more minutes. But I really want to encourage you to take some time and work on your strategic plan. I actually, and I didn't even think about this when I was going into this live, but I do have something available for everybody. A teaching called The Power of a Pre-Made Decision. It comes with a 16-page workbook. And if you just go on my Facebook page or my business Facebook page, you'll see a post in there. I'm posting all the time. It's totally free. You don't have to give your email or your name or anything. Watch it. Go on my YouTube channel. It's there. Download the workbook. It'll help you get really clear on your purpose. That's why I made it. Because when you understand your purpose, now all the other decisions in between become so much easier. It's so much easier to make decisions when you already have clarified your end goal. Stephen Covey said it this way. He said, begin with the end in mind. If you don't know where you're going, then you're going to be distracted by everything. And the loudest voice is the one that's going to get your attention. Take some time. It's a 35-minute teaching. Take another hour after that, go through the workbook, answer the questions that are in there, and really take some time. If you do that, I'm telling you, you will be ahead of 70% of U.S. population that just works for a paycheck. You'll have some purpose in mind with what you're doing. Frustration will subside, and you'll have so much more joy knowing that you are moving towards and you're making decisions in light of your purpose and where you're trying to go. So that's the first step in Leadership Simplified, is simply knowing yourself. I hope that helped you today. I hope you found that encouraging. And I can't say it enough, really figure out your purpose, whether it's the content I have or stuff you've already done. Sit down, write it out, remind yourself of it, have it somewhere where you can see it, and make sure that you are making decisions in light of that purpose. Hope that helps you, and have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.